What's up, traders? This is D with Success in 5 coming back at you with another SPY trading video. We got another dub today, another dub. It wasn't supposed to be a day trade, though. That's one of the things that I will have to say. It wasn't supposed to be a day trade. So I'm just going to jump in here and talk to you guys for a little bit and then go over the trade and everything. You know what I mean? Because this was not supposed to be a day trade. I didn't really think that we were going to see this area today, but I kind of felt like we were going to retest this area. But let's go over the trade. So we had all this choppiness earlier today, and I didn't want to get caught in the range, right? So basically, I stayed out of the trade. I didn't day trade or anything like that. But then I was looking at the 4-hour chart. I was looking at the daily, and I saw something, and I was like, okay, I probably can swing, pop open a swing trade on SPY and risk a 50% position, and just hold it overnight, hold it for the next day or whatever, however long. We had 3 days on the options, so I was more in tune with the actual swing trade, maybe holding it for tomorrow or something like that. I figured we would bounce around these areas here for a little bit. We'll retest some key areas, and then we would push up, but slowly, you know what I mean? Like really, really slowly, and then probably tomorrow push up. Now I noticed this downward trend and stuff like that. Once this started being created, I came in with the mindset that, okay, yeah, I definitely want to take this trade. But what happened was I started seeing this level right here, and I kind of felt like this is going to be a level to kind of worry about right here. All right. First of all, you got a lot of bearish activity here, right? So you got, we push up, and then the bears pull us right back down, and we push up again, the bears pull us right back down. Like, and to me, that's strong. And then we stay right on this trend, and then we started to break this trend. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so in order to break this trend, we still got to take out these bears up here, right? So this area became an area of concern of mine. Okay, and I said, if we break this area, pull back and retest, I'll get in the trade. So what I did was, once we broke this area and then we came back and retested trend, as you can see, look, hold on, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. All right, so here we go. You see the trend, boom, we hit once, I hit twice, hit 3 times, we hit 4 times, we hit 5 times, fail, come back to this area, retest this area, and then push up. But you see what happened? It came back down to retest that area. So it was a battle. It was just a battle between bulls and bears today. And I didn't want to get caught in anything or get trapped. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to trade today. I didn't like the price action, basically. We were in this little bit of range here, and I didn't like it until I started seeing this. Once I saw this trend right here, and I looked on the 4-hour, I looked on the daily and everything, and I started seeing my setups, I was like, okay, you know what? This is probably, I'm going to take this trade, but it's definitely going to be a swing trade. I don't want to waste a day trade on it, and I'm willing to lose X amount of dollars, right? So we come back down, we retest, we push up, we push that area. I'm like, okay, we didn't break here. And I'm thinking, all right, so maybe we're going to come back down to test trend and then push up to break. But no, SPY had a different story, a different plan in mind. It pushes down, and then it just can. And this was slow work right here. Like these candles, this was like watching paint dry on the wall. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, like, dude, price action is everything, you guys. You have to be. Don't want to say in tune with price action, but you kind of gotta understand exactly what's going on when it comes to price action, and draw your levels and have your levels set up so you know exactly. All these levels was drew up pre-market. This was all done. White is my daily chart or my 4-hour chart, and you guys know green is intraday. So that could be 5 minute, 1 minute. You know what I mean? Intraday, 2 day, whatever happens today. You know what I'm saying? So, like, all these areas was drew up. So it's like, you kind of know, but then you don't know, because, the market has a way of really humbling you when you think you know exactly what you're talking about, or you have anticipation of something happening. It'll have a way of really, really, humbling you. That's why we use stops, right? Because even though you can see a pattern that you've seen a million times, it don't mean that that pattern necessarily has to work out in your favor. Okay, it doesn't mean that. head and shoulders patterns don't have to work out in your favor. Pendants don't have to work out in your favor. Dojis don't have to work out in your favor. Your strategy doesn't have to work out in your favor. Trust me, it doesn't work like that, right? And if you're a new trader, like, the market will humble you very quickly. It has no type of care in the world of who you are, your background, your creed, your religion, your ethnicity. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are. Nothing. It'll take from you if you allow it to take from you. It can take big if you're not being safe with your trades, right? All right, so we push down, and then this was just a lot, right? But we pull past my area, and I'm like, okay, this is where I want to take the trade. If we get a pullback to this area, this is where I'm going to take the trade. So as this candle is printing, I'm already putting in my my options trade, right? So I'm putting it in at I put it in at 230. $2.30 for the option contract, and I only grabbed one option contract because I figured if it's going to be a swing trade, I don't need to risk too much. So let me just only grab one option contract, and we'll hold it throughout the night or the next day or whatever. You know what I mean? With a 50% loss, and going for, you know what I'm saying, like 100% win, right? Now this stop was set here, so it was. This was more of what I do on a regular basis, okay? Whatever the breakout area is, or whatever the area that we're breaking out of, I like to be right below where you know what I'm saying, either come this way, but I just felt like that wasn't enough room. So I kind of pulled it, I set my stop below this area here because I figured this was the morning high, like the pre-market high right there. So I'm like, all right, let's just get below that, because if we pull back, that's going to be the area where we will go negative, right? So, and I'm going to show you guys. You guys can't see it right now, but I'll show you what I was talking about and where how my thoughts worked out for the best, right? So, this video is strictly and solely about price action, where things can go, the possibility of the market, right? So the market is basically led by investor sentiment, right? So you got your bulls, you got your bears. And it's basically led by who thinks what is going to do what. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at the market, right? To kind of forecast everything. So we get this push up, come back down and retest. Then we push up again, we come back down and retest, like a real quick retest. And I'm like, all right, this is going to break. So we push, and then we come right back down to retest. My order is already in at 230, but when this candle printed right here, it pushed up so quick, it filled at 233. 3 cents, I wasn't tripping about that. I'm not concerned about that. Then we push up, we come back down, and now we're retesting the EMAs now, right? So we're retesting the EMAs right now, and then we push up again. Boom! Look, we come right back to settle on the 4 EMA, and then we push all the way up. Now, selling here would have been ideal, but again, it was a swing trade, right? It was a swing trade. So at this point right here, we're already up like $87 on one contract. So I'm happy with that actual trade, and I'm happy, and I'm like, you know, I could possibly pull up, but I'm like, nah, you know what? Nah, I'm not stressing. I'm not concerned about anything. Then we pull back down to retest this area again, push back up, come back down to retest it again. Now I'm thinking, all right, we're gonna break to the downside now. So now this is where I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm willing, since this is a swing trade, I'm willing to take the 50%. So I would have let it drop past this area here. So I actually put in a 50%, stop, right? I actually put in a 50% stop, but I was just like, if it drops past here, I'll just let it stop us out at 50%. But then it touches this area so sweetly and just continues to push up. Boom, come back to retest the EMAs just to get itself right back in line with the EMAs, and then it continues to push. Now, we run back up to this line. It's not $87 anymore. It's $55, $56, $57 in profit now at this line. So this little bit of sideways still uptrend, but it was still sideways movement. It created some decay, right? So we come back down, and I'm thinking, okay, so this is going to come back down, and we gotta come back down and retest one of these areas. We got the EMAs, we got the 50, you know, and we had already just tested the 50 here. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not stressing, so let's just stay in the trade. Now, mind you, I'm sitting here on, you know, Instagram and TikTok, just looking at reels and all that stuff while the trades are going off. And then next thing you know, like, we came back down here, and then we just pushed, and it just kept pushing. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So then I started to notice this. All right, so I started noticing this, and I'm like, those two was there already. I didn't notice this until after I did what I did, right? So what does that look like, you guys? That's a head and shoulders padding. You know what I mean? So that's definitely downward, a lot of downward pressure. So it's kind of telling me where the market wanted to go, what investors were feeling at this point in time. We're driving the bulls are driving it up, but the bears, like, look at this, just a little bit of trading, and it pulls it down. Boom, little bit, hit straight head and shoulders pattern. Boom, and then this happened. But we ended up getting out here with a nice little $102 profit, because I started feeling like this was going to create a head and shoulders pattern. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's time to get out, because I think we're going to come back down and retest the area. Now look what my stops were. Look why this area down here was so important. See what it did? So these were my initial stops before I even questioned going back into going back to the 50% loss situation. But like, it's just so key. And then, you know, we get a little wicky and wacky here. So I'm just like, I'm glad I got out and didn't hold. And I was gonna hold too and leave the house and go out, but I didn't. I actually sold, and then I left the house. I kind of thought we were gonna push up with this, because this was kind of like the first nice big green candle in all of this. So I kind of felt like we was gonna push up back this route, and then I started getting upset because I had already got out. But yeah, it was only a $102 win. So right now we're 13-7. We're 13-7 on a win rate, like 65% win rate, right? But then look at what happens, and we just continue to go off. And look, this is why I say price action is key. Your levels are key. Look, as soon as even in after hours, we're touching these levels and respecting those levels. We're touching these levels and respecting these levels. So make sure that's the first thing that you do before you trade SPY, is go ahead and mark up your areas. So that's going to be it from me today, guys. I'm going to pop in a little, because I started noticing with my videos, I haven't provided any proof that I actually really trade, and I don't want people to start thinking that I'm not trading. So I'm going to pop up a little video of the trade. You guys will see me put my stop. I'm going to throw up the Robinhood numbers and everything, and you'll be able to see that. You can see the profit go up and down. You can see it, the whole 9 yards. So you guys will be able to see that. I'm going to drop that right here, but it's going to be sped up, and then I'm just going to go ahead and end the video from there. All right. Today's video was totally about price action, price action, price action, price action. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, you guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm D with Success in 5. You guys, hey man, have a good day. Happy trading. All right?